precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed.
Isn't it awesome to be here? It was called the Mount of Olives because it was covered with olive trees. Jesus had to have a wealthy friend here in Jerusalem. In the city, which is built closely compacted together, you couldn't carry manure or have anything like that. So the wealthy people in Jerusalem had plots of land over here on the Mount of Olives that were their private gardens. Jesus often went there because we know that Judas knew exactly where to come. If you remember, on the night of the Passover, it was a full moon. So just like all of us who live in the desert, whenever there's a full moon, it's almost like daylight, isn't it? You can see, you can even drive without lights on. And so Jesus absolutely could see the soldiers coming. They would have come across the Kidron Valley. At this time, 250,000 lambs would be being slain because it was Passover time. That's why it's called Kidron. Kidron means murky. It literally ran with blood and water, this valley that goes below. And you can see the Mount of Olives comes very sharp down, goes very sharp up to the Temple Mount. When the soldiers came, it wasn't by surprise on Jesus. He could have seen them coming. They had torches, they had swords, he could have seen them coming. Judas knew exactly where to go, and so he led them right to where he was. Now, when Jerusalem gets destroyed in 70 AD, they cut down all the olive trees, okay? But I want to tell you, and this is a personal belief, and again, we don't worship places, we worship the Lord. But I do love what I'm going to show you next, because see, these olive trees, they're not very big. You know, they're old, but they're not dating back to the time of Jesus. There are, I believe it's 8 trees in there, where we're going next, that date back to the time of Jesus. And I do believe that that's probably where it was, and God just preserved those places for us. Now, I'm doing all the explanation out here because it's going to get noisy in there. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to walk in to the garden next to us where the ancient olive trees are, and the beautiful symbolism. There's new growth coming out because, again, the olive tree is the symbol of Israel. So there's new growth coming out of all of these. But